Oh, hello, hello. Welcome to today. Ooh, I have ear popping, plugging sound weirdness. Let's clear the energy and see if that helps. Ta-da! It didn't really help. Yeah, my right side is plugged, the masculine side. Strange. You know when you go up hills or mountains and your earplugs or swimming? It's like that. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Let's tap in and talk about dependency and growing older. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dependency and growing older. Look at the colors here. Creative. Sacral chakra. An 11 and a 38. Okay. Dependency and growing older. What? Well, right away I'm thinking, don't restrict yourself with your age, right? Don't, or just be conscious when you do. I can't do that because I'm too old. I can't get into that. I can't start that. I can't. Limiting beliefs, right, are the only thing that validate the can't. You can. You can. You just, sometimes we can look for excuses so that we don't have to embody the courage to do. Okay, we've got this one, which I don't know what it is yet. Okay. I can't remember. I can't remember. Loyalty. Okay, loyalty helps you remain loyal to yourself. And sometimes this means being disloyal to a friend. But the point is to learn loyalty without forgetting yourself, right? Finding that balance, being able to discern, being able to see when you are being disloyal to self in order to be loyal to someone else. People who love and appreciate you truly and wholly will never require you to be disloyal to yourself to prove yourself to them. So, dependency, okay, that's, and you're growing older, time moving. And Kina's beautiful. The white owl. Information. Learning, right? Too old to learn. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We are never too old to learn. You stop learning when you die, okay? Until then, you keep learning. I mean, I guess you can shut yourself off. Okay, enlightenment, creativity, there's those colors, skill, offspring, and learning. The acquisition of wisdom, knowledge, and insight have been the owl's forte since the beginning of time. They have sharp eyes that can see in the dark what others need light to perceive. The companion of many goddesses across many cultures, the owl is a holder of their occult secrets. For the unaware creature, they are fearsome. Kinaz has the hot, bright energy of fire and the illuminating torch. It represents the search for truth and knowledge and a burning creative drive. In a reading, Kinaz speaks of artistic and technical ability and honing your craft. Lighting your way through the dark, it encourages you to be a self starter and take initiative guided by curiosity and intelligence. Okay, and this is exactly it. You are getting older, and so you are acquiring expertise through your experience, right? This is the gift of getting older, to engage, to explore, to discover, to learn. I think it is ego and pride that halts us, right? Oh, I've been there, I've done that. Oh, I used to study that stuff too. And then what? And then you got to a point where you thought you knew everything and you stopped, right? And this is about not stopping. This is about embracing your inner student, the student that persists. And there's mastery in there, in that. And luck. I don't know, this animosity or aversion towards aging and the elderly is an illusion, right? It's a program meant to not serve us, meant to not serve us. Let's just leave it there, right? Because elders hold wisdom because of experience, because they've been there and they've done that, because they've seen, right? Because they've remained open to learn more. I mean, when I was raising my son, I felt like I was learning all kinds of things right alongside him, relearning, seeing things from a different perspective, right? And still, he'll say things that make me look at things in ways that I never even thought of. And he's right. And what a missed opportunity if I was closed off to him because I held in my belief system that because I am older, I should know more than anybody who's younger than me, right? And that is false. That is false. Okay. So this card is about your independence, which is interesting because of dependency here, right? And dependency doesn't have to have such a negative connotation. We are dependent on all kinds of things, and it not to be a bad thing, right? Like oxygen. I'm pretty dependent on oxygen, and I'm pretty sure you are too, right? Water, food, a safe space, sunshine, connection, joy, fun, exploration. I definitely think a healthy dependency on these things are a good thing. It's about moderation, spectrum, right? And awareness and balance. And balance. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles is about being independent, about self nurturing, about your self care, about your tending to self, to your home, right? Your body, your vessel, all of the things. And a recognition as you're growing older, the dependency on the things that you used to be dependent on changes and shifts as you shift, change, and grow and evolve. So, a checking in, we can hold on to things that used to serve us when we were younger because we fear growing old. We associate releasing those things as accepting defeat, right? If I let go of that, that is a piece of my youth. That means that I'm old, right? And we are getting older every second, every breath, right? It is the nature of our existence, the birthing and the death, right? The getting older. But it is also a state of mind because time isn't linear, yet we are fixed in perceiving it so. Something about that. Okay. When you start talking quantum physics and stuff gets crazy. It's like it is and it isn't, and both are true, and both are not true at the same time. And you're like, yeah. Somebody said, if you have an understanding of quantum physics, then you have no understanding of it at all. Something like that. Okay. Check yourself. Okay. The quiet, still, peaceful, grounded space that you create for yourself to look in, to consider. What am I holding on to? Linked to my youth, my age, right? People will hold on to clothing as part of their identity or hairstyles, right? There are certain foods, certain activities, certain ways of coping and dealing or processing things we do for fun, right? As a extracurricular. Is it a curricular? Why does that word seem weird to me? Anyways, activities, right? And we do them because we are holding on to our youth. And this is not healthy motivation. This is a dependency on a thing. Don't leave me, otherwise I will have to accept that I have evolved beyond this, that I have changed, or that I am getting older, right? So part of your self-care, part of your self-reflection is being able to shift and release, not hold on to anything, because you do your future selves many disservices by holding on to versions of you that are meant to, that you're meant to move on from, right? Okay, yes. And I mean, it's no help that everywhere we look on social media, right, we've got these filters, and we're starting to understand more so now why there was such a glorification of youth, right? Because of the skewed perversions, right? And so we need to take back our aging, our freedom to evolve and grow in whatever way that looks for each individual, and not be dismissed. Whoa, crow. Whoa, crow. Just came flying straight. Look, we've got the sun. Okay, I think this is a confirmation of exactly what we're talking about here. This is victory. This is movement. This is giving me confirmation of growth, of blooming, right? It's like the flower being conditioned to only consider itself beautiful when it's stuck in a bud stage. And so as it starts to bloom, it starts to hold its petals closed, and it starts to inject it with plastics to look plump and full, and it starts to shift and stifle its natural progression. We are all meant to bloom. We are all meant to unfold our petals in our uniquely gorgeous ways. Yes. Normalize filterless, right? We're getting there. I was just watching something about, there's like this little thing that came across my feed about Coachella, this festival or whatever. And they're like, first of all, they're AI influencers, which, okay, but they're, the AI influencers are like AI generating images of themselves attending this event when they're not actually there in real life. It's weird. It's weird, okay? This is exactly it. We are going to lose touch of reality when we lose sight of our truth, right? These people hiding behind filters and AI generated depictions of self, you know, I just don't see how that is going to end well, right? I don't know how that's going to end well. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles. This is giving me this self-dependency, right? To be able to hold your own and becoming one able to hold your own in tandem with receiving yourself, right? You are a beautiful star. And don't try to dull who you are. despite age, your heart shining, authentic purity of being is more gorgeous than any filter, overlay, projection that hides the truth. We can always see it, right? And it creates suspicion. It's the same as masks, right? When you go to that mask event, there's always that creepy vibe because you don't know what is behind the mask or are able to read the intentions that are behind the mask. Okay, then we've got the process here and the wish, the dreamer, the wisher, the wish maker. Okay, and I'm getting balance. We got the sun with the light and the shadow. And then we've got the temperance with the masculine and feminine in that balancing process. And these two. New opportunities and kind of stepping into being one whose wishes come true. They're also looking up here. Right? And this is your checking yourself, your internal self-reflection. What is serving? What is not serving? What is holding me back? What are parts of myself that I need to let go? What are parts of myself that I am holding so fast to that I cannot evolve, right? I'm getting, I forget what movie. There's a few movies of them out there where there are the football or the cheerleader or whatever, and they're like super popular in high school. And then there's like a 20 or a 30-year reunion or whatever, and they show up and they are wearing the same clothes, right? They're wearing their letters and their baseball cap, and they're still locked in to that version of themselves, even though their body is evolved, right? Has been evolving. But it's not even I don't even think it was an evolution fueled by potential. It was an evolution stalled by regret or by holding too fast. I mean, you've seen the people who go a little crazy with their work done, right? And it's all about trying to capture a river or a waterfall, something that's meant to flow, to move, to progress, to evolve, that has been stuck. Okay. We got that. Just think about how much energy, right? And also every time you look in the mirror or you look at old photos of how you used to be and you try to stay there, you try to keep yourself there. There are so many versions of you, beautiful, evolved versions of you that are crying on the inside because you keep pasting the old image over top, right? It's just like these AI generated images, or and that's what it plays off of, right? Because it links you now to more of what you were. And so there's this like, oh yeah, I see myself, that version of me in there. And also the filter. What the? Okay, that one, he swooped around and then he flew in front of the side and like looked in at me. Owl communication. I mean, not owl communication, crow communication. Okay, does that mean I'm spending too much time talking about that? We got it, right? This is the dependency, though, on filters, on makeup, on Botox, on external layers, on and it's not about avoiding feeling youthful. It's not about avoiding doing the things that you used to love and enjoy when you were younger. This is about an awareness of the motivation behind things. If you are choosing to wear a thing because it makes you feel youthful, it's something that you used to wear when you were young, and it makes you feel a certain way, that's great. Do that. But if you are doing it because you are trying to deny the fact that you are getting older, you are trying to go back to that age, then it's not so good, right? It's just like the food that we consume. If we are enjoying it and it's tasty and we're enjoying it and it's delicious and it makes us feel good, then that is good. But if we're eating something and the whole time we're thinking awful things like, I shouldn't eat this, this is bad for me, this is going to go to my hips or whatever, right? You are actually programming the food as you put it into your body and it responds in kind, right? So your intention matters. So recognize and familiarize and learn, right, about what it is, why, what's your motivating factors on doing your things. And do you have an aversion to getting older, right? Witness it, recognize it, pay attention to it. Yeah, because that's where the devils can get in with you, right? That's your weak points, the little inky doubt demon sitting on your shoulder being like, oh, you're gonna eat that, you know where that's gonna go, oh, um you're looking in the mirror and it's like, oh, you sure look like you're not, 17 anymore, whatever the case may be, right? But and then you feel bad about yourself, and then you try to mask, then you try to quiet. But when you're like, hey, I'm fine with getting older, right? Then you're like, yay, I have the privilege of getting older because I didn't die. I'm still alive, right? And so shift your focus to love, to experience, to enjoying things, right? Okay, there was also somebody else, yes, before the devils popped out, okay? And they will show up. This is part of your light and shadow integration, is your awareness. As you integrate your shadow, it is the awareness of your shadow. That's part of the integration process. Your tendencies and the motivational factors behind it. right? I can't look at myself in the mirror. Well, that's where you start, right? I can only share edited versions of myself based on what I think people want to see of me, or what I think others perceive as being beautiful, right? We have people cutting off body parts and doing all kinds of augmentations um, to fit some external expectation or some externally programmed internal expectation, right? Okay, but you were being encouraged to take action from your heart space, to live compassionately and peacefully and with love, right? This is your time to shine no matter your age. And, there's some people who are like, you get to a certain age and you're not allowed to wear certain things. And to that I say, Pasha, right? Wear whatever you want, but just be mindful of your motivating factors, right? Is it a dependency? Am I dependent on this certain identity? This is the beautiful thing about those makeover shows, because they capture people caught in their own dependency loop, right? They go into their closet and they're like, this is what you wear, and they're like, that's all I got, that's who I am, right? And then they're like, let's try something different, and suddenly they're open and they try something different and they see themselves in a new way, and then they're like, oh, okay. Maybe I can be still cool and attractive without, wearing my baseball jersey from when I was in grade school or whatever, right? That prom dress in the back of your closet that you're like, maybe one day I'm going to fit in that. Get rid of it. Because every time you look at it, you're going to acknowledge how you don't fit in it. And that is going to be the residing frequency, reality. When you release that, you're no longer binding yourself to something and constantly being confronted with the differences. Allow yourself to be as you are. And you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Just the way you are. Do 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 do. What's that song? Is that Lionel Richie? I love you just the way you are. Something like that. Okay. So, anybody else want to come out and be a part of this reading? All of the cards. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, love fills your cup. Okay. That's what's important. What is inside your vessel, not the outside of your vessel. The outside of your vessel will reflect the inside of your vessel. So focus on that. We focus on the external, and it just turns into facade upon facade, mask, filter, stamping, whatever, right? And it keeps cracking, fading, falling and all of that jazz. So forget that, own that, and focus on within. Okay, become an overflowing cup of liquid sunshine and joy and love, and then it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside because you are shining from within. Okay, yes, that is part of your transformation. That is what you are meant to become, be, have, become, be, have. Okay, your ability to look at things from a different perspective, to see that you are not what you are on the outside, you are what you are on the inside. And so fill yourself up with love sauce, okay? And that's how you take control of your world, how you start to engage in it and co-create with the universe. Yes. Okay. One last card to balance up this reading. And you give me two, okay? But it's the King and Queen of Pentacles. I don't know what okay? But gorgeous. Balance in the material. You're tending to your internal and your external in your material world, and how that plays a role in your life, in your reality. Wowza. Wowza. One more card. Queen of Swords. Yes. Cutting away all that no longer serves. Okay, you can tend to your physical by keeping yourself clean and healthy, right? This balance, make sure you are getting exercise, walking, eating properly, right? Tending to your home, to your space, caring for self, nurturing, sexy bath time, right? Make sure you are cleaning the tub as you would for someone else, for yourself. And yes, your home, how you engage with others. This is all part of the love sauce, okay? Okay. Let's get an oracle message here. From the crystals. Let's see what all the crystals in the world have for us. Just one. I'm just taking the one that flipped over. A 7. Okay, a 7. Winds of change, cleansing, movement, and change. The winds of change are blowing and are a catalyst for personal growth. Change drives your natural development at the deepest level of your being. Without it, nothing would evolve. The choice to willingly accept new experiences can be challenging. Often, change may bring about feelings of uncertainty that can lead to negative emotions. The opportunity for change always exists. It is your choice whether to continue repeating similar experiences or to create new ones. Welcome change in a relaxed manner and invite it into your life. You will be amazed at how quickly manifestations appear as you trust in the universe and allow change to flow. You are connected to the source of universal love and are deeply honored for your journey. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, what else? These guys, or those guys, or that guy, or this other guy. Archetype. It's like, here you go. This is the one. The one for you right now. Who are we to argue with the one? Okay? Non-duality, one love, unus mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments when we are left to savor. No? Okay, let me try that again. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is. The precious knowing that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. Life is too short for us to try to hold on to versions of self that we have grown from. When in light serves, loves, accepts, and resonates. When dark ignores, omits, and excludes. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. It is possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love. Beautiful. The one. Yes. We all always look for the one outside of ourselves, but that one is a reflection of the one that matters, right? You be the one to see the one, to receive the one. Okay, let's get a whatcha card. Whew. Fairies? Where are we at? Oh, too late for a fairy. Especially 3 fairies. Okay. No fairies. No fairies. We'll just do some charms. All of the charms in the world. Okay. Okay. This is our spread so far. Let's start over here. Okay, there's grounding in the pentacle, in the earth, standing firm, sturdy in your knowing. Okay, there is a wish. I think this is the wish that you are receiving, that you have put out into the world. Oh, hello. It's the darkness. The darkness just let himself in. Hey, buddy. Okay, we've got the heart space. Okay. We've got the sparrow attracted to your overflow. We've got solid, joyful hearts. We've got releasing in the material and the trusting in the ethereal. We've got abundance and balance. We've got your self-care spider, your maintenance of your energetic web. We've got the twin flame butterfly, okay, and it is attracted to your passion, to your fire. There are many treasures to unlock, and within the peaceful heart that you hold, that you maintain. We've also got abundance, okay, the abundance that keeps on growing, keeps on giving. There's your transformation, right? Your ability to look within, to self-reflect. This is how we transform, how we recognize and choose something different. The work on your inner love, okay? This fuels your manifestation power, turning adversaries into transformational fuel, right? The strength training ground that you practice within and come out strong. And we also have your dragons, okay? The dragons helping to burn away and transform you into your gorgeousness and your inner duality, your light and your shadow, your balance, right? And this one here, confirmation of the owl in flight, your willingness to learn, to evolve, to grow. This requires getting older. Embrace it, right? Embrace it. Okay, that's what I've got for you. Please let me know if you ever get something else from the charms. Oh, your intuition. Okay, trust your intuition always. Okay, love and appreciate you and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.